Hello Internet, I'm Kirthi. I'm part of the Misfits and Misprint collaboration with my friend Alex. Now, I'm not good on camera. I will be the first to say this. So, disclaimer, I'm not going to be good on this camera. And I happen to have a screen staring at me too, so I don't know if I'm looking at the lens or the screen. I am sorry in advance. But let us get started on what I do. I like classical fiction. I also happen to like paranormal romance and philosophical fiction, so enjoy my haul for the month of December. Beautiful Darkness by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll is the second in the Beautiful Creatures series, and I'm just super, super duper psyched for it. I mean, the series is absolutely fantastic as is, and I cannot wait to read the second book and just see how it's going to be. Plus, the movie's coming up, and I thought I needed to catch up on it. That way, I don't know, I felt better about it. Now, I also have Beautiful Chaos, the third in the series. Now, my books are shiny, so my lighting is also really, really bright. Really bright. Like, I can't even see my palms, really. So, Beautiful Chaos is the third in the book. Also really psyched for that. I also have Game of Thrones. I'll be the first to admit, I have read none of these, but I have watched the HBO series. And I feel guilty about it, so I'm reading these now because I absolutely love it. And I'm hoping A Song of Ice and Fire Saga is just as amazing. Now, this is 800 and something pages. This tiny. For 800 and something pages. It's like the size of my head. I don't know. It's really tiny, but it isn't. And it's taking forever. Well, that's one of them. I also have the second, Clash of Kings by George R.R. Martin. Second in Ice and Fire Saga. And absolutely cannot wait for it. Also have Storm of Swords. And it's also a George R.R. Martin. Duh. Why am I saying that? So, it's Storm of Swords, also really fantastic. I'm just looking really forward to Song of Ice and Fire Saga. Also have Feast for Crows, the fourth book. Now, I know there's a fifth book in this series. It's called Dance with Dragons. I happen to not own that right now, but I cannot wait to get my hands on it so I can read it. Not all of the books I'm going to be reviewing are my own. They might be my friend's copies or like something else. It's just too many books. Now, I also have Goethe's Faust. Now, Faust you might know from like a Marlowe tragedy, or if you watch the opera, there's a Faust opera that's also very, very well known. This is Goethe's Faust, and it is basically his best work ever. And I cannot wait to reread this. I read it and watched it like 2 years ago, but I'm getting fuzzy on it, so whenever I'm talking to people about Faust, they're like, what are you talking about? And I can quote you stuff, I just can't tell you the plot, really, which is really bad. So I'm going to read that again. I also have another existentialist play kind of thing going on. No Exit by Jean-Paul Sartre. Now, I love his work. I love his philosophy of existentialism and everything. So I cannot wait to read No Exit and then just share it with the world. I also have Sarah Gern's Ape House. Now, Sarah Gern's Ape House is not a sequel to Water for Elephants, but it's kind of stylistically the same. It's about a lady who works at a primate laboratory, and it's about the exploitation of primates and how she feels about it. Now, kind of reminding me of Rise of Planet of the Apes, except it's not like science fiction. We're going to blow up and the apes are going to eat us. That would be scary. Now, I also have my favorite author here, Philippa Gregory, The White Queen. Now, I've read all of her Tudor books, and I've read part of her, like, Whiteacre series, but I have never read her Cousin's War, which is about the War of the Roses, or the Plantagenet Wars, before the Tudor era, and I cannot wait. People call her the Queen of Royal Fiction, and I just can't wait to read this other series that I have just never read by her. Now, I also have a biography, kind of. It's His Excellency by Joseph L. Ellis. It's about George Washington. The cover cannot tell you enough. It is George Washington. Now, this is also the guy who wrote Founding Brothers, which is about the founding fathers of the American country. American Revolution. I was going to say the founding fathers of the American Revolution. That's kind of a lie. They're founding fathers of the United States of America. So, this I'm really excited for. It's also really short, but it just looks so pretty, and I cannot wait. I mean, the pictures are just fantastic, and it's just such a historical book, and it's our first president. I feel like I need to read this to understand my history better. So I am really psyched for that. Now, I don't actually have more books. Most of my books this month have been series. I mean, I've got 1 series, 2 series. I've kind of got a little existential plot going on. I have some random books, but I'm really psyched to read these and review some of them for you. I mean, so many books. Yay. I'll see you guys later.